Hi, welcome to Facebook Live. We are excited to be here at guess where? Cheney Stadium, home of the Tacoma Rainiers. My name is Linda Smith, and I am your host today. What a glorious day to be at the park. I just need a hot dog and a beer, and I would be in hog heaven here. We're sitting here in one of the hospitality suites, or just outside of a hospitality suite, with Chris Aubertin, senior group sales. And I'm going to go ahead and trot on up here. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Linda, wonderful. Happy Thursday to you.
Happy Thursday. Happy sunny Thursday.
Absolutely. Very fitting for the month of April that the team's on the road and we have some gorgeous weather.
Indeed. That's about how it works, right?
Pretty much. You got to get that, think of that formula a little bit so it's reversed.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by today. This is quite the treat. I'm looking forward to it.
I am really excited to be here, and I really appreciate you hosting us today. I know how busy you are. It's it's tis the season, right?
Absolutely. Not just for the holidays, right?
Right.
Good excuse to get out of the office too.
Yeah, it was a nice field trip for us.
Absolutely.
Let's start off by asking you a couple of questions about yourself. Tell us a little bit about your background and how you got started in your career.
Sure. So I'm originally native of Connecticut, born and raised. And my baseball career, well, pretty much I've been a fan of it since I was about 4 years old. Played the game probably for about a good 7 or 8 years growing up. Admittedly, when I was about 17 years old, I was like, probably not going to have a career professionally, but by that time, I found that there's ways to stay involved in sports on the front office side and various roles, whether it was marketing or public relations or ticket sales, which I've been doing for quite a long time. So worked as an equipment manager for a team in my hometown of Waterbury, Connecticut, which is 40 minutes west of Hartford. I said equipment manager because on a resume it looks better than bat boy. Then I did a couple of internships in college, and then I've been working full-time on the ticket side for a little over 20 years.
Oh my goodness, 20 years. Wow.
So I think I might know what I'm doing.
Slight clue, right? So what brought you here to the Rainiers?
Well, first time, this is actually my second stint with the Rainiers. The first time I was working for a team in Central New Jersey for a couple of years in 04 and 05. And I had a great time there, good experience. I was looking for something a little bit different part of the country, kind of broaden my horizon, so to speak. Rainiers at the time were hiring for a ticket salesperson. I remember I applied for the job in October, didn't hear back for a month, so I figured, I guess they're not interested. And then out of the blue, early November, the then ticket sales VP, or president of sales, I should say, Tim, contacted me and said, hey, if you're still interested, let's talk with you about the position. I'm like, yeah, let's talk. And one thing led to another. I'm out here for a face-to-face meeting, and within a couple of hours of that meeting, they pretty much hired me on the spot. Started out here the day after Thanksgiving 2005. Stayed here for about 4 years, and that was in the renovated Cheney Stadium.
Yeah.
And then I came back here after a couple years in Houston, a couple years up in New Hampshire, and came back here almost 10 years ago. This year, June of 2013.
Goodness. Been that long?
Yeah. Time flies when you're busy, right?
Yeah, well, I was just thinking, we've known each other for quite a few years, and
I can't remember.
And you went to Houston.
Yeah, I can't remember if I knew you my first time out here, because I know we've always the relationship with the Rainiers and the Chamber has always been a very good one and prosperous one. So I can't remember, but I probably did.
Yeah, I think so. Time flies.
Absolutely.
So, tell me, what's your favorite part of your job?
It's twofold. I'd probably say number one would be staying connected with the game that I've pretty much followed and loved all my life. Realizing that, okay, your playing career is done, and here's another way to stay in it. So it's great to be connected that way. But I think more importantly, being able to give people, 2.5 to 3 hours away from whatever's going on in their life, whether it's personal or work or, anything else.
Right.
Which I think has, especially become more important over here in the last several years.
Sure.
Come out here, get some enjoyment, create memories, especially with the families. And I think that's more fulfilling, and to also be a steward of the community and to know we have a great impact everywhere we go.
Indeed.
People know us.
Yes, very much. Yeah, and I think that having that respite from the everyday grind, right? And I so appreciate the fact that we have an amazing field, fantastic players to watch, and it's still affordable for a family.
Very true.
Yeah, so I truly appreciate that part more than anything.
As do we.
So we're here, actually, right outside of one of the luxury suites, and the view from up here is absolutely spectacular. You want to tell everyone how they might book one of these suites and what amenities are involved?
Sure, absolutely. Well, shameless self-promotion. I mean, you can always contact me first.
Of course.
I'd be doing my job.
That would be Chris
myself,
Aubertin.
number one. But
Down there.
any of our fabulous ticket sales staff can help with that, not just myself. But this is an example of one of the suites. This individually is about 40-person capacity suite.
Okay.
Roughly about 16 to 17 fixed balcony seats. So people inside, people outside. We have suites that range from as small as up to 20 people, all the way up to, if we were opening up all the suites on this level, about 100 people.
Wow.
And we have had that before many times.
Okay.
So on this level, we have 4 suites, various sizes, and then up above us, we have a couple of additional suites for about 20 people, one for 50 and one for 40 people. What's great about what we do here is you're not just paying price for a suite, and then you have to pay for food and beverage and all these other things. Everything's all inclusive.
Nice.
We have a standard menu with burgers, dogs, snack items, salads, dessert item later on, and then you get a certain allotment of beverages, water, soda, beer, and wine. You can, of course, upgrade your menus. You can add on items like wings or pizza, things like that. Add more beverages. Upgrade your beverages. If you're want some premium beer or premium wine, of course. So, very customizable and we use for pretty much any occasion, company event, anniversary, weddings, or just because. I have a wonderful couple. The lady had retired about 10 years ago from the Archdiocese of Olympia. Had a retirement party here, and literally now she comes here every single year. Or just because.
That's awesome.
Could be a birthday, could be anything else.
So yeah, you say birthday or a special event, so it could be a one-time deal or it could be for the entire season.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had groups do both, multiple games, 1 a month throughout the season, or in the event of we want to have a year-round suite. Not that we have many of those available left for an entire year, but that's certainly something we can explore, and they have the benefit of having that for, if not every game, the games that they're looking at, and everything provided, and a dedicated staff taking care of them during the game, as well as a point person from the Rainiers.
Nice.
Site, from A to Z.
Okay, cool. So, shall we take a quick walk and just kind of check out the inside? Okay, let's do it. I'm going to grab our camera here. And I'll go ahead and lead the way. I apologize if things are shaking a little bit.
That earthquake.
So here is suite. Are we in 3C?
This is suite number 3.
Okay.
The suites on this level are appropriately named for players that have come through at some point in their career through Tacoma, whether they came up through the minors, such as the William McCovey suite.
Okay.
He played here early in his major league career, and before becoming a Hall of Famer with the Giants. We also have suites dedicated for Willie Mays, Ken Griffey Jr., who was here 1 game in 1995 on a rehab stint.
Ah, that must have been exciting.
Absolutely. Still talked about to this very day.
Okay. I know that we have some internet issues, so I don't know how far I can go. But here is another smaller suite, right?
Yep. You notice the doors here. These can be closed off for just individual parties, such as just this one alone. Or
right.
Maybe we're talking a party of about 60 to close to 70 people.
Okay.
And this can open up here so people can flow through and have their amenities in both both suites.
That's sweet. I like that. And then we have is it a larger one over here, or is it about the same size?
This is kind of an in-between size. Right now we're in a 40-person suite. We saw the 20s just a second ago. This is a 30-person suite, named for Gaylord Perry, the Hall of Fame pitcher who at one point played out in Lake Tacoma, but up in Seattle.
I know that name. Okay. These are lovely.
Absolutely. You got the nice benefit of being inside and doing whatever you're doing, watching the game or something else on TV. And then if you're on the balcony, you got the game literally right in front of you.
Sure.
It's here for those who want to watch the game from start to finish and those who are just having too much fun to actually care. We'll take it. We'll take them all.
So here's the seating, and we have like little designated bars, if you will, that separate us. And
So you got
look at that. Oh, and he's painting the R.
Yeah, that's our very hardworking grounds crew. They probably, geez, I thought me and my sales folks were very hard. They got us beat.
Aha. Speaking of your grounds crew, how many are on staff?
We got about 6 to 7 full time, headed up by Mike Huey, who's been here for several years. Has done a great job, especially when we had for a period of time 2 soccer clubs playing here, the Public Finance and the OL Rain. Pretty much they were taking care of this field for 70-ish baseball games, 12 to 15 high school games, and then between the 2 soccer clubs, we're talking probably another 25 to 30 soccer matches.
Wow.
So it's been reduced a little bit because we don't have soccer anymore, but still, this field is used all year round, even up to the off season, to a certain point, probably about November, December, when it's pretty much done until March timeframe.
Wow.
So
A lot of work.
I wish my yard looked this good, so I have to
Remotely.
have to hire them out to do some work on my place.
This is just absolutely stunning. I just love this field. So we talked a little bit about renting the suites. Can you rent the stadium for non-baseball events as well?
You can, and what's been great about when this stadium, for those who don't know the background, opened in 1960, and then after the 2010 season, underwent extensive renovations to what you see primarily now. We've added some things since then, but it has allowed Cheney Stadium, that renovation has allowed it to be used all year round. It's not unusual to have field rentals for, say, company softball games or batting practices, or watching movies in the field.
Oh, really? Okay.
Absolutely. The suites that we are in can also be used for meeting spaces if they are the right size. We do have, of course, larger spaces if they like to, such as the Third Floor Summit Club and our 1882 Club down the hall here. But
It'd be fun for like a board retreat.
absolutely, we do board retreats. We've done
Board members, are you listening?
seminars, wedding receptions. We've had proms, college formals, spring formals, holiday parties. I mean, if you name it, we've probably done it.
That sounds like fun. How about Halloween? Have you done anything for Halloween?
We have. I've dressed up a few times for that, handed out some candy. Admittedly, I probably ate a little bit before I gave it out to the kids, but don't tell me.
Oh, Halloween. Okay, I've got things going on in my head here. I really love this field, and I can't imagine, once again, how much time it takes to keep this up. I just feel like it would go to waste if it wasn't something that was utilized, for the rest of the year. So
Absolutely.
It's good to hear that there's a lot more that's involved than just the season alone. Although the season is, quite large.
It is
Long.
long. It is long, but it's surprising how quick it goes.
Really. Time flies when you're right.
Having fun,
Yeah.
busy, same
Yeah.
thing.
So the season is looking promising for us. So far, the Rainiers are what, 9-2 at home? 9-2 at home. 9-2 at home. And 9-2 at home. So far, the Rainiers are looking promising for us. So the season is looking promising for us. So far, the Rainiers are what, 9-2 at home? 9-2 at home. And 9-2 at home. So far, the Rainiers are what, 9-2 at home? 9-2 at home. And 9-2 at home. So far, the Rainiers are what, 9-2 at home? 9-2 at home. And 9-2 at home. So far, the Rainiers are what, 9-2 at home? 9-2 at home. And 9-2 at home. So far, the Rainiers are what, 9-2 at home? 9-2 at home. And 9-2 at home. So far, the Rainiers are what, 9-2 at home? 9-2 at home. And 9-2 at home. So far, the Rainiers are what, 9-2 at home? 9-2 at home. And 9-2 at home. So far, the Rainiers are what, 9-
Yes, we played total. Well, we had 12 games in the schedule. One of them did get rained out. We haven't made it up yet. That'll be coming up soon for a doubleheader, I believe in the next month. So far at home, we are doing good. The team's been hitting the cover off the ball here. So you always seem to play better in front of the home crowd. It's good feel, good vibe that the best fans in the area will bring to us. So they feed off it, and it's great to see. Even in April, considering all the weather that we have to deal with out here, it's great to see 6,000 to 7,000 people here on a weekend, just booming. It's a
How many seats do we have in the stadium?
So fixed seats, not necessarily count the balcony seats here. In the seating bowl, we got about 5,500 fixed seats.
Wow. Okay.
Between the top levels, the letter sections, the reserve levels, and then the row box sections, the 100 level, and then the single sections, which are part of our dugout level.
Okay. So the Rainiers are a farm team for the Mariners.
Correct.
What are the differences between minor and major baseball?
Well, having experienced both working the majority of my career in the minor leagues and then spending some time down in Houston for a couple of years, and before anybody was like, they weren't very good when I worked for them. If they did the things that they ended up doing later on, they probably would have won more ball games. That's on the point there. So at the major league level, besides everything being bigger and more glamorous and just the facilities and everything's just it's incredible what they can do now there. But at that level, you're paying money to go see a team win, and a team lose, and if the team is not winning and winning consistently, it's a little tough getting people to want to come out to the ballpark. What's great about down here, we could have the bad news bears playing for us practically, and people are gonna still come out because here we like to sit more than just a baseball game. It's the experience of coming out here. It's great for the people that just want to take score all the game and focus on every single pitch and help the umpire. And then for those who are just like, I'm having too much fun just having beers with the guys or just doing whatever, and they don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, you gotta have rhubarb. Yeah. So if you don't have rhubarb here, it's not Cheney Stadium. But here people are going to come out and support us, win or lose. And if they can get to see, future Mariners and future major leaguers for other teams, or the guy coming down on rehab, that's got a nice name to it. That's a bonus.
Yeah, indeed it is. So the Tacoma Rainiers are a Triple-A minor league team, correct? So minor leagues are divided into different levels, like Class A, AA, Triple-A. What's the difference between the teams?
Sure, and for a lot of major league teams, they also have a rookie ball. Kind of coincides with where they spring train. So the teams that train in Florida, their rookie balls in Florida, and then for teams that train in Arizona, like the Mariners, their rookie balls in Arizona. So that tends to be people that, if they get drafted out of high school or college, if they're not necessarily ready to play in affiliate ball, a lot of times that's where they start there. Most of them will start in single-A level, and I kind of equate it almost to grade school. If you're progressing through the levels, and some are really, really good and can skip a level or two.
Yeah.
But most tend to take the levels up: single, double, triple, and some may unfortunately have to go back down a level or to tweak out a few things. And
kind of like school.
Yeah, exactly. Some get to graduate up to the show, and lucky enough to stay up there for a while, or if having trouble with the curve, or having a little trouble with the hitting the glove there with the catcher, may have to come down here for a bit to tweak some things out. But
in the case of sometimes injury,
that too. Yeah, got some rehab. We've had Felix Hernandez down here, not only coming through the system 18, 19 years ago, but also for a couple of seasons came down here and rehab towards the end of his career. Of course, very well-known name. And when they heard the King was down here, it was just like, I got my ticket. Gotta get my ticket.
Full house.
Full house. Just quite an experience to get to see him. And
yeah, I remember hearing rumors about Ichiro coming down. Everybody was going bananas trying to get a hold of tickets at that point. So,
and he actually did come down here. Never played, but has been here as a coach a few years ago. we were doing our walkthrough, which we tend to do an hour before we open gates. Make sure ballpark is kind of where it is. We need to do any last minute cleanups or anything to take care of it. Want to make it as pristine as possible for our folks. And we're looking like, who's throwing BP there? Like, it's Ichiro. Yeah. Maybe come back as a pitcher. Wouldn't it be great? Come back as a pitcher and pitch at Tacoma for a bit.
Indeed. That would have been great.
Exactly. I don't know where we're going to fit all the people standing remote across the room.
Well, yeah, I think the school over here would have been jam packed as well.
Could have been like the bleacher.
Looky loos, yeah.
Could have been like the buildings in Chicago where people get to watch the rooftops. Yeah.
Right. You have some fun events. And what do we have this season? Salute to Armed Forces Day, Canine Innings Night. You've got a number of different fun events and activities to draw. Oh, people that just want to come and have a good time, right? So, want to talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So you mentioned Armed Forces. One of the things that I do here is I work with the military community, doing a lot of team building, morale, hailing farewell type events.
Sure.
Or just reasons to come out and bring the folks out to the park, maybe bring their families as well. Thing I take a lot of pride in is the Armed Forces Day, which this year will be on Sunday, June 18th. This is our day to get back to the military community, both active and retired, to get them and their families out to the stadium. And we'll also incorporate on that day various on-field promotions in-game, pre-game activities, in-game recognition of the armed services. We also have a special team jersey that day, which will be worn by the players. And during the game on the concourse, there will be silent launching going on until the seventh inning. And the benefits or the proceeds for the jersey auction will go to benefit the USO.
Awesome. Okay.
We've been a very good partner of ours for many years, have the naming rights to our USO Hero Suite, which has a different military here every night. And
when you say different military group out here every night, do they provide tickets to different military personnel and invite them to come out and enjoy the baseball experience?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it could be one of the subs up the Mngr area. It could be Italian down in the land. It could be an Air Force squadron. We have a select number of dates, and they tend to go very quickly when we can offer them. So it takes care of all their food and beverage, and we do a nice in-game welcome on our video board.
Cool.
So everybody can give the folks up there their standing ovation. They do.
Sure. Yeah. Do recognition. Yeah. Now, I had the pleasure of being up in the USO suite with you, and I noticed that we have several chamber members whose plaques are on the wall. Tell me a little bit about those plaques and what that means.
So the companies that are on the wall there, they sponsor the suite, and it allows them to have a presence at up to 10 games. And these are companies, of course, that either are, say, veteran owned or work extensively with the military community. So these are people that are, very focused and driven on military veterans, you name it. So this allows them to bring out the people that they want to get in front of, or if they're like, hey, would you want to fill the suite with some military folks? Like, I got a long list of people chopping at the bit to get them. So when I tell them, hey, I got some dates, what do you got? And it's gone.
Bada boom. Yeah. Well, we are rather excited because one of our sponsors, can I mention them?
Absolutely.
Veterans Roofing is going to have an event where they are hosting some chamber members that evening. And obviously, we're looking for folks that have served in the military to be guests. And so that's the last Wednesday of June, I believe. And so we're gonna have a Simply Social here, which should be a lot of fun. Yeah, looking forward to it.
I am as well. And to get back to what you were saying as far as other events we have going on here, Canine Innings should be in September.
Okay.
Though if I am wrong, please check the Tacoma Rainiers website. They're probably a little more accurate than I am. That's our, you probably prefer the term Bark in the Park. Dog Day in the Park. Basically, it's the same thing. Bring your dog to the stadium. Always one of my favorites. I'm a big dog lover. We have Pride Night coming up, as well as every year we do basically Apple Cup, UW Night,
right,
and then WSU Night. Both nights have themed jerseys that will be worn by the players. and auctioned off, benefiting each school's scholarship alumni
Sweet.
funds.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, because it's Purple Night, there was Red Night. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amongst a couple, and you can always check out the Rangers website for the various other promotions we do, like Copa Night, which is a minor league initiative driven to promote Latin heritage and Latin culture, because there's a lot of it, obviously, in the history of baseball. So we'll wear special theme jerseys. There's a La Familia de Tacoma, and have, there's food and other things that night to incorporate with that.
Cool. I love that. I love that. Okay. So we have a relationship with the Rainiers, and we have for many years, and I'd like to thank you for that.
Well, thank you.
One of the things that we love to do is to gift our members, and for any of you that are listening, we have 4 reserved seats at our home games here at Cheney Stadium, and basically we have a lottery, if you will, where I send out an email, and first come, first serve. Whoever signs up will get 4 comp tickets to some really nice reserved seats and a parking pass. And we encourage you to come out and enjoy the game. You can use it for an incentive for your employees, or take yourself and your family out. But I did send out an email just before we came out here to Cheney, and please be patient. I have to get back to the office before I respond to the emails. But for the month of May, we've got tickets that we have released, and so sign up. First come, first serve, as I said. Is there anything else that you want to share with us, Chris? Anything that I might have overlooked?
About the tickets, or just in general?
Just about anything in general.
Well, our season does run through September 24th, 75 games over April to September timeframe. And certainly, if you haven't made it out to a Rangers game yet, you don't have to be a baseball fan. Just if you're just wanting to get out and just have fun with yourself and your family, or whoever else you want to bring out. It's a great experience. Most of the people that leave here don't even remember who won or lost, because they've had that much fun. And certainly if there's something that I could be of assistance of for you personally, or your organization, your company, definitely don't hesitate to reach out. The Rainiers want to help you, want to work with you, and want to see some smiles on your faces. That's what it's all about.
Indeed. And this is the man to contact. Chris has, like I said, been a partner with us for many years, and ultimately he cares about your experience the most. So call Chris Aubertin. He's the man.
Thank you. And I want to thank you, Linda, personally, and the Lakewood Chamber for their many years of supporting us.
Absolutely.
Been a great partnership. Looking forward to continuing that for many, many years.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know how busy you are, so I really do appreciate letting us come out, crash your party, and I look forward to seeing you at a game very, very soon.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.